Here we are. See, even if I can walk up and down, I keep saying I've got to go away. I was hoping to encounter someone seemingly a friend. Anyway, you see, here you go. For over a year, all I think about, all, to me, although extremely sophisticated, 25% of my life, I can negotiate, get to know in half a day any city in the world. Any. Turn up in La Paz, Bolivia 6 years ago. Is it La Paz? Yeah. And I'm a native within 3 hours. But deep down, if you're very, very, very rural, May Day bank holiday, it was 10 years ago, 100 years ago, 200 years ago, it was dancing around the maypole. But the most important thing of all, it's New Start Day. Forget, even if there's a bit of a cold northerly wind today, forget the past. New year, new growth, beautiful new growth. So, having I only cough because I don't speak enough. Having a year and a half ago, just explored the environmental ists of the Wye area. Not the Wye area. Well, yeah. All the rivers, 3 or 4 rivers. Some people, environmentalists, just means those who openly expressed great concern for the environment and awareness. Having rolled out to them the magnificent Lucy Hurd's designated river bathing area project, and 20 to my face, yeah, great, and then they don't even reply to the messages the next day or whatever that they'd asked for. A year and a half ago, I give up, and all I've been thinking about, is this May Day bank holiday. I want to start afresh, and I knew who I wanted to have that feeling with. And that's literally, in fact, basically, for 7 years, that's been my fail with kid, fail with this, fail on Brexit, even though the Brexit was fail 4 years ago, fail. But nevertheless, you see, if you're very, very rural, you put everything into it. I mean, I'm actually pretty exhausted. I've spent, over the last 2 weeks, I've just tried to put my last bits of interesting thought out. You fail. You meet people, they seem friendly, and whatever. This weekend, I thought, okay, it'd be just nice to see if I can have a walk with a couple of different people. Fail. All fail. Or I am the most failed person on the planet, here and now. But particularly the May Day thing. To most people, it might not seem a big thing. It's not a big thing. When you're a very, very rural person, if that's your internal mindset, deep down, your core, your foundation, you don't actually think of failure, but you put your heart and soul into something. You put, like fucking Hercules, every sinew strains and pushes, and you fell. Because having a walk on bank holiday, May Day weekend, in the new nature, with somebody who matters to you, love, is all for several years I've pondered. Failure. But I shall walk down there and then I shall walk back up with a spring in my step, and I'm sick to death of all I hear from everybody is moan, moan, moan. There you go. I don't moan. The thing I moan about is it's just all you hear. Moan, moan, moan. Tactics, evasion tactics, forever following on with anything ever. And every single suggestion I put out to people, every single one, I check it. What's the right word? What do the banks do with they stress test, yes. Every single thing I put out to anybody, and this has been for over 10 years, I stress test it. Is there true, genuine, mutual benefit? And actually there's very rarely any benefit for me. The only benefit for me is no synergy ever beyond an hour's conversation. So I stress test. Is that thing that I'm trying to nudge them to take interest in just to have a cup of coffee about discussing? Is there mutual benefit? And mutual benefit can mean, I don't actually like people that much, but I had to develop this kind of intuition from people in a real, I love kids. So people with kid problems calling me up, I had to develop. It just came gradually. I have an incredibly good intuition and radar as to what people, not me, what they want or need. And often it's just, hey, I can tell you need a cause. I don't need causes, I've had 3 or 4. But I can tell you need a cause. So here, I'm sharing with this with you. And there can be various so subtle signs that I am pretty good at intuiting. And if I stay knowing that person, I will say to them a few weeks later, well, I put that by you because I could tell you needed a cause. And they may say, they almost do it. They say, you got me right. But no, nobody ever takes anything forward. Fail. Keeping a spring in my step is all that matters. I have no idea now why I bother. And it's not for some goodness. There is no point, none, 0, unless you're on the same page with somebody as a human being. I've had internet they're not friendships, but no, unless you're on the same page as somebody and you meet and you have a few cups of coffee or tea if you must, and you're looking eye to eye, we may not even get around to trying to do that, but at least we both agree for certain we should try and do it. Now, you never even get there with anybody. It's fear, it's all just bourgeois, everybody, every single person, bourgeois stuck, and fake and virtue signalling. Everybody. Oops! God, I nearly dropped my phone. There we go, but I didn't.